to Vicky's Precious Petals. We're off again with some ResinCrete. Okay, so I'm out of air fresheners. So I think I've maybe got one or two tiny little ones left. So I need some more for the markets. And I want to work out exactly how much fragrance oil this can hold without it, you know, might not cure if you go too heavy-handed. So I get all my fragrances out of candlesupply.com.au, and I love their fragrances. They're really good. So on this invoice, because I've just got 6 new bottles, I've just done a bit of an average of this invoice, that they cost between 7 cents a mil and 10.5 cents a mil. So I'm just going to call that, I think I'll call it 8 cents. What was it, 9? Yeah, 9 cents a mil. Just write that on the top. 9 cents a mil. Okay, so I'm just going to do one air freshener to start with, because I don't want to mix them all up and then find out that's not going to cure. So this holds 140 mils. This is a little dog. Okay, inside that, I think it's a little cavalier. So that 140 mils is the same as 140 grams. I know people are going to argue with me there, but that's what it is. So roughly we need double the amount of the 140 grams. So that makes 280 grams that I will need to mix up in my trusty jug that I've got here off to the side. Now the ResinCrete is 4:1 down here, 4:1. Okay, so that's 4 base, 1 water. Okay, that's how you read that, the same way. So I need 4 and 1, so that's 5 parts all together. Okay, so if I take that 280 grams, I'll just bring this over, 280 grams divided by 5 is 56. 56 grams. So that's water, because that's just 1 part. Then if I multiply that by the 4, which is the base, that gives me 224 grams of base material. If I add those two together, the 224 plus the 56, that's the 280 that I need to make up this 140 grams to go in the dog. Okay, so I am not adding in the fragrance oil, because I just don't know. So I'm just going to add that on top. So I'm going to work on 10% and see how it goes. So that'll be 28 mils or 28 grams, however you want to. These will all weigh a bit different, so let's work in mils for these. It will be easier. Everybody will get so bloody confused here, you won't know what you're doing. So we're working in mils for this, and 10% of 280 is 28. Okay, so let me move some of this stuff out of the road. I've got things everywhere, and I've got all these other moulds out, and as soon as I work out if this will work at this rate, like I've made these before, but it was just guess tip it in. So we're going to get a proper formula this time around. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, let's just move these back over into the screen area. Move some of this stuff that I've got everywhere in the road. Okay, so I'm just about to put my water in, using the fork, which I have found is the best thing so far. I've tried all sorts of different things, and I have found with, like, because I've tried a whole heap of these different powders, I have found this ResinCrete to be the best one. Well, the one I like the best anyway, out of, I don't know, the 10 or so that I've tried. I quite like this one. Seems to be smoother, takes the colours better. Well, that's my thoughts. Some people might argue with me on that one. Okay, so what I have mixed up here next to me. Okay, these colours, these are pigments for, they're actually for the AC100, the Jasmonite. I have found these to be the best. I got these out of, was it Colour Obsession, or I'll have to look it up for you. I'll put it in the link below. I'm pretty sure that's where I got it. And I can't say I'm really fussed on that. That Jasmonite has a really strong odour. You really got to be masked up for that one. So I'm just putting a bit of green in here, and I'll show you what else I'm going to do. So I've made the green with the blue and yellow. I should probably get a bit out of that thing and go around in here. Would have been easier, wouldn't it? Stick that in there. Okay. So see how I haven't really mixed that in properly, and I don't want to. Couple of blue dots. You do have to give this a good shake, which I've already done. A couple of yellow dots. Come on. Maybe a few more than that. I'm actually going to get some more of these colours because I quite like them. So I don't want that mixed in too much. Okay. So, I'll tell you what I should have done. Was probably mix in the fragrance beforehand. So, fragrance oil is going in now. And that is going to mess with my colour scheme. I'm going to have to mix it in properly. I'm going to have to come back with the colours again. So I am struggling to get that to mix in a little bit. There's still a little bit sitting on the top. It's not much, but it's still there. Nearly there. So the one I'm using, I'm pretty sure this is Australian bullshit. It is. It's a really nice fragrance. Now, that is all green, which is not what I wanted. That's a blue, yellow. Come on, get out. Now, I think I need a bit more yellow. I just like to add little bits at a time, because if you can always add more, but you can't take it out once it's in there. Okay. So hopefully this will come out a little bit straighter. I've done it back to front, as you do. Move things around. Scrape a bit more over here. Okay, let's get it in the mould. Right. So I'm just going to give it a shake all about. Bit of a squidgy widgy. Make sure it's in his ears, his nose. I don't think I'm getting many streaks somehow. Do have a little bit of oil floating. Some of these moulds don't actually, because they're made for candles, they don't actually sit real straight. I'm just putting a paddle pop stick under it. Got a little bit left in the bowl here because I had to add more paint than was allowed. And then I did add the fragrance as well. Can I tip it in? I'll see if I can find something very quickly. Okay, let's get this out of the mould. I did leave it a bit longer. But we did this yesterday. Okay, got a few air bubbles in it. Oh, it smells nice though. So because it's got little bits in it of the blue, and that's because I didn't mix it. I put all the oil in afterwards and then had to mix it properly. So we're going to make another one. Is that the green coming off that? Or is it inside the mould? Let me get a bit of towel to see, eh? Maybe I OD'd. Yeah, there's a little bit coming off. Yeah. So, okay, if I do this, it's giving me a bit of texture. What I might have to do is, I've got some wax somewhere, one of my boxes, and I might give this a wax over, just to stop that. You don't want to put that on furniture. Yeah, so I'm thinking I've added a little bit too much colour on that because it's coming off. But I can wax over that, but it smells really good. Maybe I might do another one and I'll try 8% fragrance oil, whereas I've used the 10% on this one. I better write myself a note so we know where we're going. This always helps. So I used Australian Bush and 10% fragrance oil. Okay, so I'll put that aside. I've got about 20 jobs on the go over here. Put that over there and I'll get ready to do another one. I'll be back. Okay, so I'm working on a slightly different formula this time. I'm just getting a book over here. So the dog that I'm going to use is this one here, and it holds 160 grams. Okay, so what I'm doing is I've taken that 160 grams, multiplied it by the standard 2, which is 320, which has, and then what I would need for 8% is 26 grams of fragrance. So I have actually taken that off then, the 26 grams. So I'm working on 294, which is 59 of water, 235 of powder, 26, of fragrance, and I have mixed up a little bit of colour, so I'm not going to use as much colour, and it might be because that dog's not quite dry yet, so I thought I'd let it sit for another day, and then I'll see if the colour is still coming off. So I've mixed up a little bit of brown here, which is yellow, red and blue. Okay, and that was a bit dark, so I've added a little bit of white in it. It's still dark, but I'm thinking once I put it in the white powder, it'll be a lot lighter. So that's my theory behind everything at the moment. Now let's get everything out of the road. There's my fork, trusty fork. Make a little well. Not that I assume that doesn't seem to make any difference to me. I don't know. So I'll see if some people do it. So, what I'm doing this time is adding the oil before I add the colour. Now, the oils, the fragrance oils, do take a little bit of mixing in. Hopefully it shouldn't take as much this time because I've cut back on the quantity. So I'll just keep doing this. Okay, the fragrance I'm using here is the pineapple and frangipani, and the oil seems to be flowed in a lot more. Now, don't forget, you don't have to add your fragrances now. You can rub them on later. I just find that if you do the fragrance now, they're lasting a lot longer. So I'm trying to make the customers happy. We'll see. So I'm going to add this bit of brown. This come out black. I thought it would have whitened off, but it hasn't. So I'm trying to drag it through the whole thing so it just doesn't end up on the inside like the other one did. Okay. I think that's enough colour. Rightio, let's see what happens. Let's just put that in there. So you can see that there's quite a bit of oil on this one. So different fragrances may make a difference doing it this way. And just squirt. There's a little nose here on this dog, and I can see that it hasn't got all the way in there, but colour shading looks to be a lot better. And have I got any bubbles coming up? Instead of the other dog had plenty of bubbles on him, even though I'd done a squidgy widgy and... But I did wait for the bubbles to come up on this one, and I was poking them with the fork. So I might have to make myself a few notes on what's making a lot more oil float. So I've got a few bubbles here, I'm just getting rid of them. There's a little, like a little canal here with the dog's feet, and because this is a bit thicker, it's not getting in there properly. Right, let's see, I'll add the last little bit. Oop. Geez, I've got to tell you, my working out this time is so much better. I had that much, that's a little snail left over from the other working out. And try and get that in there. And in here. And is it going to take this last little drip? I can feel that this is thickening up already, which is good. It's a good sign. Look, there's one little drip left. Okay. I'm not doing any more, and as per usual, some of these moulds are a little bit soft. I'm just going to put paddle pop stick under that side. Now it looks even, I hope. Okay, rightio, I'm going to come back. I'm going to leave this for a fair while because of the amount of oil that's floating in it, but there was a lot that floated on this dog as well. Bloody yellow paint, I've got it all over me. You can see where the oil was here. I'll just try to find a clean bit of skin. No, it's not coming off. So this might just need drying a little bit longer, and then maybe I can, I don't know, paint some eyes or something on it and fix its tongue up or something, I don't know. It's not, how many green dogs have you seen? I've never seen one. We do now. We've got a green dog. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, for the month of September, I am doing a giveaway. So this is a tote bag. And zip top, wind inside, pocket inside. These two pockets here. Now what I can do is, with my Cricut machine, I can put on a picture of a dog or whatever you want. Maybe a saying, maybe your name. So all you need to do is, 1, make a comment that says tote bag, and 2, you must subscribe to me. So that's simple. Subscribe, leave a comment. Can't get any simpler than that. And then at the end of September, maybe the first week in October yet, I don't know. We'll wait till see what I'm doing then. I'll do a draw of everybody's names, and the winner I will contact via the video that they've commented on, and we'll go from there. Talk to you all later. Bye.